Card synergies is one of the most important things about deck building within Harry Potter's Magic Awakened, and boy do I have a really cool synergy for you guys to try out today. This definitely isn't as common as the one I showed you the other day, but it still can be used relatively easy and pretty early in the game because both cards are very accessible. So if you haven't guessed from the thumbnail, the two we are talking about today is Incarcerous and Whizbang. How do these two join together so well? Well, I'm about to show you. The first card we're going to talk about is Incarcerous. As you can see here, it is mostly a control card. It does do a little bit of damage, but what we need it for is to pull all of those enemies into one central spot in the middle. And it says it also holds them for 3.8. I'm guessing that's 3.8 seconds, and that is long enough time for our next card to do as much damage as possible. Once Incarcerous has hit and all your enemies are just sitting there doing absolutely nothing at all, that is when Whizbang takes in its effect. You've taken Incarcerous and now Whizbang starts flying over the battle board, over and into your opponent, and you do 528 damage. Maybe a little bit more, a little bit less, depending what level your card is at, but that is huge damage. And usually it is really easy to avoid because it is so slow, and you miss that final big hit of 192, which is nearly half your damage. But if you've used Incarcerous, those opponents cannot get out of the way. It is an amazing combo. You could also, if you really wanted to, switch Incarcerous for Inflatus. It depends how many enemies you are going against and how many opponents. They both hold the duration for about the same time. This one's 4, but I feel like Incarcerous works a little bit better because it pulls all the enemies into one central spot, and they have a long way to leave if you put your Whizbang right on top of them. So on top of using those two cards together, I'd highly recommend you pair them with the Hermione card, because this should lower the cost MP for Whizbangs from 7 down to 3 or 4. So this means it is a lot easier to save up MP to go Incarcerous than Whizbang straight after each other because it costs a lot less. I've got those two cards with Hermione on deck. I've kind of filled the rest of the deck with lower priced cards so I can kind of filter back through it as fast as possible, and then also put in Niffles, and then I've got Lottie as a companion to really up my MP regen rate. But let's get into a battle and I'll show you exactly how it works. So here we are, we're in training mode. We cannot group all of these together, it doesn't really let me. As you can see, they're too far away, but we'll just do these two. So we're going to group them. As soon as that hits, we're going to go Whizbang straight over, and they're still in Incarcerous by the time it hits. That is absolutely perfect. It gives your opponent 0 seconds to get out of that hit. It is an amazing combo. It may take a little bit of time to get used to and timing it, but let's go into a practice duel and see how it goes. So I'm just here to really show you the synergy between these two cards. I don't expect myself to win. I just want to see how easy it is, or show you how easy it is to use these two together. So the hardest thing is obviously getting them down the bottom at the same time. I don't even have one of them down there at the moment. So all I'm aiming for is Whizbang to get the lower priced proc from Hermione, which it just has. And then I need to wait for, I've got 7 MP, which I do. We missed it. She moved. Alright, that's okay. That's okay. We've still got 3 on that MP, so we'll just keep going. Alright, so we've got enough MP ready to go, and there is a lot of people here. We go bang, and then we go bang, and bang, 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 dang, dang, boom! Oh, she just moved. So Dobby is a bit of a counter to this, pretty much, because she can move out of the way so fast. That is probably the only downfall and hardest part about it. If it wasn't for Dobby, she would have taken the whole amount of that attack all at once. So here we are again, we're ready to go again. We go bang, and then we go bang. And look at that, that was the full amount of that hit, and that was super easy to hit them with. I don't know how good this player is or what, but it's just showing you how easy it is. You hit Incarcerous, and then you throw Whizbang, and boom, you take out 500 to 600 points of their health. They've only got 2,000, so it doesn't take too much to get it all the way down if you do it a couple of times. So here we go, we've got Incarcerous and Whizbangs up again, ready to go. So we'll just take note, they have 484 health left at the moment. Boom, dead. There was no way that they could avoid that attack right then. So I feel like this is really viable for anyone just starting out to all the way up to the top. Incarcerous is really easy to hit. It doesn't take very long in the air to actually get to the opponent compared to Inflatus, which kind of lobs and takes a little bit of time. So that's why I'd also go with Incarcerous over Inflatus. And then just the only counter that I could see just then is Dobby, because you blink out of it so fast. But anyone else can't run away from the whiz bang that fast. If this was the first time you've seen this combo and you think you're going to bring it into your duels, let me know in the comments down below, because I feel like this is a really interesting combo that I haven't seen used very often.